I've spent over 1,000 hours studying Claude AI, and I discovered that over 90% of all the side hustles that people recommend online are complete garbage. They talk about selling prompts, selling skills, generating blogs for companies. It's these Claude side hustles that don't make any serious money. And here's the thing, after studying 1,000 hours of Claude AI and actually researching what businesses are using AI for, and now I've been able to narrow it down to the top 10 Claude side hustles that you can start selling businesses to make your first $10,000. And what I've done is I've put all of these 10 side hustles into a canvas board that you'll see on the screen now that goes over absolutely everything. And once we've hit just 200 likes on this video, you'll get access to it in the pinned comment and in the description below. So here it is, the complete canvas that I was mentioning in the intro. You guys can see it for yourself. This is super in depth for each one of the side hustles that I'll be recommending today. Now, the first thing that I do want to go over is the factors that I've used to rank each one of these side hustles. Factor number 1 is demand. Then number 2 is beginner ease. Number 3 is first sale speed, so getting your first sale or client. Number 4 is low capital fit. Number 5 is recurring value. And number 6 is defensibility. It's about how quick it's going to be to go from the idea, creating the service, and then selling it to a potential customer. Then low capital, I base this on a sample between $0 to $100. The sweet spot's about $20 to $100. Then recurring value basically means new data or optimization work arrives every month. So essentially, you're selling a Claude AI service. You can basically retain the client on a monthly retainer. That way you can get recurring money. So instead of selling them a one-off solution, that might be $1,000 or $2,000. You sell it for $1,500, you keep a $500 monthly basis, billing in charge to look after it or to build on it. That way that you know you've always got money coming in. So it's really important to have retainers, especially when you're new. The next one is the defensibility, context, judgment, and integration that matters. The service cannot be replaced by one prompt or one tool or subscription. Now, this one's really important because if it's not very defensible, then the recurring value will instantly die because you'll build them a solution and then in month 2, they'll then kill it off. They can now subscribe to a subscription. So that's why defensibility is important. Now here's all 10 of the opportunities at a quick glance. My worst, which is number 10, is still better than what other gurus and YouTubers talk about. So let me go straight into number 1. So number 1 is the AI revenue recovery operator. And the starter offer is $750. So we're going to sell this for $750. Now, the reason why we call it a pilot is because the first client we get is technically a dummy client, as in they're the first person we've sold the service to, and we can't guarantee it's going to be perfect. So we give them what we call a pilot price. Now, once we've done it for one client and it works really well, then we start charging them $2,500. And if you do that 4 times, that gets you to $10,000 a month. Now, what you sell is a revenue leak audit, human approved missed call forms, audit follow-up, Claude workflow, staff SOP, so service operating proposal, and a conversion scorecard. We need to choose one high valued local niche and build 30 businesses evidence sheet. We can then go over to Google, guys, and we can type in HAVAC London, as that's where I live. Now, wherever you guys live, you'd be typing in whatever it is for you. So if you live in America, or let's say you live in Texas, in America, you type in HAVAC Texas or HAVAC New York. So for now, I'm doing London as that's where I live. Now, the best way to do this, guys, if you want to be effective as possible, is you want to download the Claude Chrome extension. What this is going to let Claude do is it's going to let it operate your desktop. So it can actually use Google browsing. It can go on websites and find all the information. That way, you're going to get way better results. The Chrome extension is like a cheat code. If you haven't already got Claude Desktop, you need to download it because we are going to be using Claude Cowork if you have the desktop version. Then you're going to use Opus 5 on high. So we go back to the sheet, you're going to see the prompt. You're going to copy the prompt and you're going to paste this in. Then you've got to fill in the niche. And then what you can do is you can just click send. Now, as long as you've got the Chrome extension downloaded, this prompt will work completely fine. As soon as you've sent that prompt, you're going to see on the right-hand side, it now says Claude in Chrome Browser 1. You can click this arrow and it will show you exactly what it's doing in the browser. And now you can see Claude's using its Claude in Chrome skill, which is already built into Claude. You don't need to download it. And if we actually go back to my browser, you can see the color of these windows have now gone green. Now they've gone green because that means these are the browsers, or these are the windows that Claude's controlling. And if you look here where it says air conditioning installation, you can see this tab will change automatically. So I'm not touching anything here, but you're gonna see updates and changes to it because Claude's basically browsing it on my behalf. You can see it's just changed now to contact. So Claude's in my browser controlling it. So we can leave this window open and just let Claude do all of the work. Now, whilst we wait for Claude to complete this task, as it can take around about 5 to 10 minutes for it to do all the browser research, we're gonna go back to the canvas and we're gonna have a look at what Claude should be doing so that when it gives us the work, we know if it's done it correctly. So what it should have done is it should use websites it's found, and it should find the callbacks or the weak booking paths. So it should be analyzing the websites, finding where the weak booking paths. So when you go on a HAVAC website and you click contact us or inquire now, Claude should be analyzing how good those are. Are they weak? Do they ask for customer information? Do they do any qualification, lead qualification? If not, Claude should report that to us. But I actually want to show you manually a human version of doing it. So if you do get Claude to do it, you know the quality of work it should be doing. Then if I go over to contact us, you can see here, get a free quote, name, phone number, email, message. Now, this is really bad because at the end of the day, they're getting a free quote, but there's nothing in here to qualify the lead or know if they're serious. How do these lot know that these people can afford these jobs here? The way they do the get free quote is really weak because they're inviting lots of bad quality leads to basically fill up their inbox and waste their time. So that's where we should be fixing this problem. Now this one's way better. Now this is the kind of thing that we want to install or add to our customers or businesses that we're selling to. This is the type of thing we want to add to their website. So that's a way better way of getting a lead or qualifying a lead. And by the looks of this website, this whole website's been made with looking like AI. But at the end of the day, that's way better because they know who their good leads are and who their bad leads are by doing it this way. That's just one part of the funnel that we'll build with them using AI. We obviously need to build the other part, which is the database and the CRM where we see all that information. We're also going to want to make sure that whichever leads come through, we've built out automations that will automatically email them based on their qualification. So if the lead comes back really good quality, an email would already be sent to them. So once Claude's finished the first task, it's built this audit on the business in the niche that it thinks has the most potential in terms of us helping them. So it's saying that this company here called Dimbon Air Calling Limited. So this is the company it thinks has the most potential, us helping them. And it goes over absolutely everything we can do to help them. Now there's a few little points here that it makes in the chat that are the main ones. So for example, it says check trade shows 0.3 out of 10. The profile itself explains it's based on one review. Every one-star Trustpilot review is about first contact, never the work. So it means that the work's good, but their contact is terrible. That's exactly what we want to see. So then what it does is it will then create another artifacted example based on that. And it's now provided us this. Check trade score is being set by one review. So it shows absolutely everything here, guys. So it goes over real testimonials and the issues that they're having. Now this is based on Claude coming up with a scenario. We don't actually know the numbers. So we're just giving us scenario based. So it's showing exactly assumption based how much money they're potentially losing because of this big contact issue that they have in the business. The work again is good, but their contact and their reaching out is the worst thing. So we've got all that information, which is important. We're gathering all this information because now what we're gonna do is we're gonna send Claude a prompt. Now we need to build a demo to show exactly how we can fix this issue for the company. Then once it's done that, guys, we can click on the HTML demo and now you can see it's opened it up and we can open this in full screen. And it says 3 review platforms, 3 very different numbers. So Google says 4.9, Trustpilot says 4.2, and Checkatrade says 0.33. And in the trade business, this is probably the most important trade or trust review that you can get. Then it shows here and it follows you into Google. So it shows them their issues in Google. Then this shows the score isn't about the work, it's about the calendar. So it shows them that the work's good, but their contact is terrible. Then it shows 5 reviews changes the headline. So for example, if we do 5 reviews, it drastically goes up. So we can show the business owner just by interacting with this HTML board how much this can benefit them. So essentially, this is the system that we'll build the business owner to ensure that this issue doesn't happen. So we've really highlighted here what we would build. Then it goes over the 6 things we'd correct in the first week. So we go over instant wins. So these are like very quick wins that we can do for the business owner. Would you rather request a process or have it done automatically? So Claude's basically built out this really cool presentation that the business owner can view. So we can use all of that information to do point number 3, which is now record a Loom video. We could essentially record the Loom video of us going through the HTML file, showing the business owner that presentation. But now we can record that part, which is really important. So I now need you to make me an email outreach to the business owner, not selling anything. This is important, guys. We're not trying to sell them anything. As soon as we pitch anything in that email, they're going to close the email down. So we just want to show them the weaknesses that we found, because we don't try and sell people in an email, especially the first one, because they're not going to buy it. So if we are going to sell them through an email, it'll be later on. But usually you want to sell them through the phone, because building a connection with your voice on the phone is way more convincing than on an email. Or if it's local, you're actually better off going and seeing the business owner in person. That way you can build trust. But either a phone or in person is usually the best. Email can still work, but I just don't recommend it, especially if this is your first customer or your first client. So now Claude's delivered us the outreach. So it's given us some subject lines that we can use. So it says here, your checker trade score is being set by 1 review. So it's given us versions of emails that we can send out. So this is important because we need to outreach. Now, when you use the outreach and you email, it's important that you attach the HTML file, the presentation as well. Now, you can convert HTML into links. So what I like to do is I like to download the HTML, and then I like to go to a company called Netify. So this is the company, Netify. You can sign up for completely free. You can actually drag and drop the HTML, and then what you'll get is a link. So now you can actually click on the links and they're viewable in the browser. You can't obviously send HTML files easily, and business owners might not know how to open them. So use Netify to turn them into viewable links. Then you can send the email with the link and then they can view it with no issues. So that's what I would do. If I'm cold calling, make me a script and objection handling. So it's important that Claude gives us the script to say on the phone, but also what objections are we possibly gonna get when we phone up? Now, based on those objections, Claude will give us the answers. Usually when somebody shows you an objection, it doesn't mean they're not interested, it means not now. You actually want to build the conversation again and say, okay, if now's not the time, what if X, Y, and Z? Now, again, Claude's going to give us that information. But the worst thing to do is call them, they give you an objection, you shit your pants, and then you don't sell it. So that's why Claude's going to help us solve that. Now, this could take between the first cold call, a few emails afterwards, to get them to want to be a client. But usually if you do it right, you're looking at either the 3rd call or around about 2 weeks worth of emailing and showing them proof that your systems can help them. And the best part of this is if the business owner is willing to give you information. Now, we're projecting this based on the information we're getting publicly. Now, if the business owner can share with us more information about how their systems work, we can then send that to Claude and say, this is their actual system that they have in place. How can we improve it? And then we can give them another response or an email saying, well, based on the public information, we thought it was, only a small thing we can do. In reality, there's so many things we can help you with. So at the start, it's not necessarily about selling to them. It's about gathering more information they have that's not public. That will then give you the ammunition to sell to them, because then you're making out the problem is genuinely bigger and costing them more money. Claude delivers us another HTML file, but with the opener. If it isn't the owner, it shows you exactly what to say. And then it says deliver in the 3 beats. So it goes over all the important stuff. Then it goes over the most important thing, which is objections, not interested, which is usually the thing that people are going to say to you. That's fair enough. I'm not selling you anything. Anyway, before I go, so the call wasn't a waste of your time, your checker trade score is showing 0.33 out of 10 off 1 review. That's it. Have a good day. So you've not sold to them, but you're actually helping them out. So it goes over all the objections that are important as well. So this is really, really priceless. Now, although I've shown you guys how to do this for 1 potential client, you're going to want to build this between 10 and 50 in the same niche, because the likelihood of this client closing is probably very small. Whereas if we have between 10 and 50, at least the odds will be between 3 and 8 of them will close. if I do the job properly, which is create a good demo, a good example, and I do a good cold call in email. So the thing is, if you guys genuinely want to make your first $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, even $10,000 a month, it's all about how hungry you are to send out emails, and not just emails, but quality. Like, look at how much research we've done on this one company to figure out all of their problems. Now we've got to do that again for another 10, 20, 30, or 50. Because the more information you have that's valid like this, the more the business owner is going to take you seriously. It actually looks like you've took time out of your day to see what their problems are and how you can fix them. But that's essentially, guys, how you get the customer as well. Now, if you want to find out their phone number, you just go on their website. And if you want to find out their email, again, you go on their website. Now, if you want to find out who the owner is, you can find it out on LinkedIn. So you can actually ask Claude to find out who the owner is based on LinkedIn, or you can do it manually. So if you want to know who you're actually after and you know it's actually the business owner, you can use LinkedIn to do all that for you. So that's exactly how you can do side hustle number one. But in number two, you've got the Claude Workflow Skill Builder. And again, I give you guys the prompts. So you can see here, all the action triggers and skills and prompts are all here for you guys to use. Then number three is AI KPI reporting. The number four was AI proposal and tender desk. Number five was customer support knowledge engineer. Number six was sales call intelligence operator. Number seven was AI search visibility monitor. Number eight was AI receptionist and setups. Number nine was AI agent evaluation operator. And number 10 was Claude video localization studio. Now, if you come all the way down to the document, guys, you're actually going to see this as well, called build income backwards. I've created this calculator for you guys that helps you work out how much money you can make using this system in the next 30 days. So you can see monthly revenue target is $10,000. Average setup is $2,000. Average monthly retainer is $750. And then it shows me here that I can get $3,000 from retainers, $8,000 from startup fees, which means I'm making $11,000 a month. So this is a really good way for you guys to really understand realistic expectations. Then I've given you guys a realistic 30-day launch and plan. So I'd recommend that you read this. It's really important. So no income guarantees, no fake proof. So yeah, guys, I'd recommend that you read all of this in the spare time. Now, in terms of which side hustle you should go for, don't just go because number one's number one. Go based on the side hustle that you think you're gonna have the best leverage with. So don't just go for the one that you think is number one because I've ranked it at number one. Actually read what these are, guys. At the top here, I break them all down and think to yourself, which one would you feel more comfortable doing? You might have some background knowledge in it, prior work experience, and you might feel more comfortable doing it. And I'll leave this linked in the description and in the pinned comment when we just hit 200 likes. And like I said to you guys, this is after me spending 1,000 hours studying Claude AI and understanding what side hustles actually make money and which ones actually sell to business owners. With that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I'll catch you in the next one next week.